test. Livingstone. Test. Test.
So that's fine. It's just the overall noise is just like static. I don't know. Is the JWU still on?
Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Does it sound clear? Okay. All right. I think we'll figure it out.
Test, 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 test.
Up there, there's like line, mic, and mic plus. We had them on mic, but we were running up the mics directly into there. I went to line. I think line is since we got this guy now pumping out so much power. Line is the big thing. My mom's like blowing up. My phone's like clear, not clear, clear, not clear, clear, not clear. Thanks, we'll give you a shout out. Switch sides with me, so I'll go over there. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another season of Johnson & Wales Wildcat Athletics on the Wildcat Sports Network. We are back with you tonight in the Wildcat Center, albeit with a new look. The basketball court has been completely redone. We've got the skyline of the city of Charlotte on the court now. It looks great. Everyone seems to love it. And the volleyball team is going to play host to Livingstone College tonight. The first home match of the 2018 season. The Wildcats off to a 5-1 start so far this year. They have participated in a doubleheader at Lenore Community College. They swept both matches 3-0. Then they played in the first ever EMAC match at Mid-Atlantic Christian back on Tuesday, August 28th, won that one 3-0. And then most recently this weekend, they were up at Penn State Beaver participating in the USCAA tip-off. And the Wildcats won their pool, beating Christendom 3-1 and Penn State Beaver 3-0 before falling to Maine Fort Kent in the semifinals of that tournament. The Wildcats were the top Division II team there. We'll talk more about what D2 means for volleyball new this year on future broadcasts this season. But that means that the Wildcats, as we said, started off 5-1 this season. Livingstone, this will be their first match of the season, as they have yet to participate in a match. They have played a couple of scrimmages, but this is their first official match. So we will get you over to public address announcer Chris Plano, who's back again for another year, and he will give us our starting lineups and national anthem as we are just about set to go for another season of Wildcat volleyball here on the Wildcat Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Johnson & Wales University Wildcat Center for the 2018 Women's Volleyball Home Opener. As your Wildcats host the Blue Bears from Livingstone College. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats as we honor our country and the men and women who serve it with the playing of this evening's national anthem. I am your public address announcer, Chris Plano, welcoming you to the Johnson & Wales Wildcat Center. Now for the starting lineup for tonight's women's volleyball match. First, for the visiting Blue Bears of Livingstone College. Wearing number 7, Alexis Williams. Wearing number 12, Jaden Magruder. Wearing number 20, Rebecca Brown. Wearing number 5, Ajaya Long. Number 15, Kiera Akuf. Number 4, Jakisa Rhymes. Number 9, Victoria Anuzzi. Number 17, Heidia Davis. Number 2, Dakaya Wilson-Thomas. Number 14, Joyelle Nichols. And number 3, Jayla Norman. Livingstone College, head coached by Shannon Allen. She's assisted by Olivia Rankin and Wesley Brand. All right, Wildcat fans, get on your feet and greet your Johnson & Wales University Wildcats! A senior from Fayetteville, North Carolina, one of the team co-captains, number 14, Haley Franklin. A junior from Waldorf, Maryland, the other team co-captain, number 2, Tanaya Scott. A sophomore from Elgin, South Carolina, number 6, Kendall Watson. A senior from Statesville, North Carolina, number 1, Carrie Ketchy. A junior from Columbia, South Carolina, number 3, Victoria Hicklin. A freshman from Wilmington, Delaware, number 4, Aloria Ham. A senior from Kings Hill, St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, number 5, Ty Gonzalez. A freshman from Taylor, South Carolina, number 7, Demaya Scott. A sophomore from Spring Lake, North Carolina, number 8, Moana Reed. A freshman from Bonu, South Carolina, number 9, Lauren Godby. A freshman from Branchville, South Carolina, number 11, Lanasia Felder. A sophomore from Swansea, South Carolina, number 13, Ayana Favor. A freshman from Boone, North Carolina, number 16, Taylor Walker. A sophomore from Tacoola, Georgia, number 17, Jamie Hay. And a junior from Gastonia, North Carolina, number 18, Tiana Eason. Your Wildcats are coached in her 9th season by Callie Phillips. She's assisted in her 6th season by Markeisha Claiborne.
All right, fans, there you have it. Those are the starting lineups for tonight's match. Wildcats against the Blue Bears from Livingstone College, just up the road in Salisbury, North Carolina. And with that, We'll get you turned over to the voice of the Wildcats, Kelly Turner, to get us kicked off for the 2018 season.
Welcome in, fans. We have a good one tonight. I've been looking forward to this all year. Home opener. Wildcats are going to be on the right side of your screen in white. Livingstone will be on the left side of the screen in black. Out on the court now for the Wildcats. Ty Gonzalez, Moana Reed, Jamie Hay, Tanaya Scott, Ayanna Favor, and Kendall Watson. Back to serve now for Livingstone to get this one started. Number 20, Rebecca Brown. Also out on the floor for the Blue Bears, number 3, Jalen Norman, number 5, Ajaya Long, number 9, Victoria Newsy, and number 12, Jaden McRuger. Livingstone gets it up, short set, hop over, and it falls to the floor. Livingstone gets the first point. Brown serve is up. Scott receives. Gonzalez gets it over the net. Livingstone plays it in. And that one's just out. Another Livingstone point. 2-0 here in the first set. Short serve received by Hicklin. Gonzalez gets it over. That one off the hands of Gonzalez, out of bounds. Another Livingstone point.
Magruder there actually able to hit it off the double block of the Wildcats for that kill.
Reed sets. There's Hay. Livingstone able to dig that one up. Arnuzzi on the attack. Tanaya Scott just out of reach. Another Livingstone point, getting off to a hot start here. 4-0 here in the first set. Gonzalez on the attack.
That time, Ty Gonzalez, the senior from Virgin Islands, able to hit it off the Blue Bear block and out of play for the first Wildcats point at home this year.
Anna Favor checked in the game for her. Kendall Watson back to serve now. Brown sets it. Arnuzzi on the attack, that one long. They're going to call tips. Another Livingstone point. Number 7, Alexis Williams checks in for Livingstone. She'll replace number 9, Victoria Arnuzzi. Williams back to serve. Wildly off the hands of Hicklin. Favor couldn't save it. Another Livingstone point.
A lot of new faces this year for Livingstone. Only 3 returners for head coach Shannon Allen. Looks like she's done a good job recruiting to replenish the Blue Bear lineup.
Serves over and into the net. Wildcats point. Moana Reed back to serve now for the Wildcats.
Wildcats get the first freebie of the match. We'll like to kind of keep track of those as the match goes on.
No serve is over. Short set. Scott with the block. Another attack. That one falls to the floor right between Watson and Hicklin. Livingstone up 7-2 now here in the first set.
Scott did a great job there on the solo block on the first Livingstone attack. Then the second time, Livingstone able to hit it through the block and down into the court for the point.
Long serve is over. Number 17, Adia Davis checked in for the Blue Bears. Hay unable to get that one over the net. Blue Bears go up 8-2. Moana Reed trying to get her team pumped up here after the sluggish start. Good save. Favor able to get it over. Looking to set up Favor. She rises up off the block. Wildcats point.
I don't think teams are ready for the Ayanna Favor experience the first couple times they see it. So she rises up above that net and hits it over their block.
Senior Haley Franklin checks in, back to serve now. Furious Franklin, as I call her, and gets the ace. A little miscommunication by the Blue Bears, falls right to the floor.
Coach Phillip told me that Ayanna actually played on a men's net all summer, so she was used to getting way up in the air to get the ball over that men's height net.
Franklin again, back corner. Brown sets. Livingstone plays it up. Reed looking to set up. There's Hicklin. Taps it over. Blue Bears get it over this time. There's Watson. Favor again. Gets the point.
Favor the hot hand early for the Wildcats. Should keep going her way.
Starting to climb back here after the early deficit. Livingstone still leads 8-5 here in the first set. Livingstone point.
They're going to call Tanaya Scott for being in the net.
Blue Bears will have some subs. Number 14, Joella Nichols, and number 2, Nakaya Wilson Thomas checks in. They replace Brown and Magruder. Wilson Thomas back to serve now for the Blue Bears. They lead 9-5. And that one's into the net. 2 freebies for the Wildcats in this first set. Ty Gonzalez back in the game for the Wildcats. Did you see that arm by Watson over there? NFL teams, if you're looking for a quarterback, there you go. That one high in the sky. Can they get it? Favor able to keep it alive. Hicklin gets it over. Oh, just out.
Just wide by maybe a foot. Great hustle by the Wildcats to even keep the play alive. And almost were able to get that one back in the very back end of the court. As it is a point for the Blue Bears.
That was a nosy serving that one for the Blue Bears. Gonzalez falls just short. 11-7 now. Livingstone over the Wildcats here in the first set. A nosy back in the game for the Blue Bears. Rhymes gets it over. Reed long set. There's Scott. Tips it down, falls to the floor, gets the point.
3 Blue Bears kind of looking at each other saying, do you have it? I don't have it. Who's got it? And it just falls to the floor right in the middle between all 3 of them. Wildcats will take it.
Scott serves over.
They're going to call a lift there.
Scott again. Same spot. And this hit there by Rhymes. Wildcats only down by 2 now.
Crawling their way back into it.
Nosey gets it over. Reed able to save it. Hicklin plays it down, gets the point for the Wildcats. Down by 1 now.
Great job there by Scott. Moana Reed took the first ball, so she was out of it as the setter. Tanaya laid a nice little service, or a nice little set over to Hicklin, and Hicklin able to convert for the point. Wildcats now just down by 1, trailed 7-2 early, but they've scored 8 of the last 11 points to pull back into this one and force head coach Shannon Allen to burn her first time out of this this game. Just want to remind everyone, we'll be right back at it here Thursday night as Benedict makes their first trip ever into the Wildcat Center to face the Lady Wildcats in volleyball action. We'll be on the air 6:55 for that one. 7 o'clock first serve for Benedict and Johnson & Wales on Thursday night. And then we'll be back on the air Sunday afternoon for women's soccer as the Wildcats take on Methodist. A 12 o'clock kickoff for that one out at Ortho Carolina Sportsplex.
Coming out of the Livingstone timeout, it'll be a Wildcat serve. Tonight, Scott Beck. Serves up. Reed sets it. There's Hicklin again. Good kill there by Nosey. Good point coming out of the timeout by the Blue Bears. Norman back in. She gets the serve. Short set. There's Gonzalez. Good save. That was Hicklin able to keep that one alive and pushed out of bounds. Wildcats point.
Hicklin and then Reed. Hicklin get the ball up. Reed poking it over, forcing Livingstone to make a play on it. Livingstone not able to get it back over in bounds. So the Wildcats get a point off the hustle, which you like to see right there.
Sophomore Jamie Hay back in the game now. She replaces Franklin. That one just over. Good eye by Norman there. Lets it go right over her fingertips. Couple subs. Brown back in along with Magruder for Livingstone. They lead 13-11 here in the first set. Brown back to serve. Gonzalez, another try at it. Push to the corner, Hicklin there. Reed sets. Hay on the rise. And gets a tip, falls to the floor right in the corner. Wildcats point.
Hay, the left-hander, playing really well here in the early season, her sophomore year. She led the Wildcats in kills in the opening match of the season, Lenore Community College.
That one falls to the floor right in front of Favor. She missed time to jump on that one. Williams back in for the Blue Bears. Wildcats still hanging in there. Only down by 2 still. 14-12 Livingstone up. Williams serve is over. Scott receives. Favor rises up. Wow. I don't even think she meant to do that, but what a play off the hands of Williams. Right in the back corner, just over the hands of Watson.
I agree. I think it's Williams just trying to get the ball back over and just ended up with perfect placement right over the outstretched arms of Watson.
So Williams back to serve. This played off the hands of Hicklin. Livingstone back up by 4 now, 16-12 here, first set. Again, it's the home opener for the Wildcats volleyball. Reed sets. Watson will play this one over.
Oh.
Good hit.
Nice play by Watson there from the back row. She's able to put it deep right into the far left-hand corner. Right past the Duke Energy building in the new court here in the Wildcat Center gym.
Livingstone gets it over. Reed sets. Hay rises up. Blocks. Gets it back. Favor again. And the Wildcats point.
Going to get a Blue Bear player in the net. Looks like they got number 12, Jaden Magruder.
Brown sets. That one will be called out. Wildcats point.
That ball was hit hard, but just a little too deep. Good eyes by Watson to let it go.
Short set on the attack. That was long. Gets the kill off the tip from Scott, out of bounds. 17-15, Livingstone leads the Wildcats here first set. That one got served by Long right into the net. Another freebie for the Wildcats. That's
Number three. Yeah. Close game like this, Wildcats only down by 1. We can't be afford to giving up 3 points.
Haley Franklin checks in the game. She'll be back to serve for the Wildcats. Good kill there by Rhymes.
She got a free look at it, was able to wind up and hit it right down the line. The deep corner.
Nichols and Wilson Thomas check back in for the Blue Bears. They lead 18-16 first set. Serves up, and good eye out of bounds.
That time they had Franklin and Watson both kind of eyeing that one.
Both of them gave the little ole on that one. Would have thought they were doing a little dance move over there. Williams gets it over, nope, right into the net.
Wildcats have pulled even now. All of a sudden it's a race to 7. It is win by 2 if you remember.
On a favor back to serve for the Wildcats. As I said, just tied it up, 18-all now, first set. Nichols on the attack, good dig there by Favor. Reed keeps it in place, Scott plays it over. Rhymes again, gets it down right in front of Franklin. Nosey back in for the Blue Bears. She replaces Williams. Rhymes back to serve. Middle of the floor, Watson receives. Reed, short set. Hicklin able to tip it over, but he'll call her into the net.
It was a good call. Hicklin tried her best to stay out of the net, but she just couldn't stop her momentum quick enough.
So back up by 2 goes Livingstone, 20-18. That one's out.
Tania Scott, good eyes there, letting that one go past. As it brushed Coach Phillips on the way by out of bounds.
Scott back to serve. That one over. There's Gonzalez, the easy block. Wildcats tied up again, 20-all.
When Scott was serving earlier in the game, that's kind of when the Wildcats made their first little run. Let's see if they can do it again.
Ready to play this one over. Off the hands. Blue Bears looking to save it. Williams looking to play it over. They do.
Good hustle there by Livingstone to get that one back over and in play.
And Nosey blocked. And out of bounds off the Wildcats. Livingstone point. 21-20 now. Livingstone leads first set.
It's like Livingstone's asking for a rotation check just to make sure they're in the proper alignment.
Got a full house here on opening weekend. Lots of fans in the stands coming out tonight. Jaya Long checks in. She replaces Adia Davis. Again, we'll be back on the air on Thursday, same time, 7 o'clock tip. Be sure to tune into that one. We host Benedict College. And looks like they got the lineups right. It'll be Norman back to serve for Livingstone. They lead 21-20 here, first set. Short set, good play by Franklin. Reed sets it, Gonzalez on the attack, plays it up. Reed able to get it over. Nearly gets that one to fall. Good eye by Williams. She plays it over. Gonzalez tips her right over, right between two Blue Bears.
Good job there by Gonzalez. The Bears went up for the block. Instead of trying to power it through them, Gonzalez just kind of pushed it over with her fingertips right into one of the shoulders of the Blue Bears, and nothing they can do there except let it fall harmlessly to the court.
Jamie Hay checks in along with freshman Lanesia Felder. Felder back to serve. Off the hands and out of play. Williams, Norman, I don't think was expecting that one from Felder. Get another Livingstone timeout.
Wildcats go up 22-21 for the first time this game, find themselves ahead. Livingstone is going to burn their second timeout. That'll be it for this game. So the Wildcats got momentum in their favor, see if they can carry it through, take this game one victory.
Again, those 4 freebies Livingstone gave away, will they loom crucial here once we go into the second and third set?
If they don't, even if they convert half those, you know, they're up 23-20 as opposed to being down 22-21.
Out of the Livingstone timeout, it'll be Wildcats serve. Felder still back to serve. There we go. Short serve. Livingstone plays it up. And Nosey tips it over. Scott's there. Gonzalez on the attack. Norman dug that one up. Oh, a little miscommunication. And a Wildcats point.
Rhymes was there in position to take it, and she was getting ready to go, and then another one of her teammates just flashed in front of her, put a little doubt in her eyes, and then it all went south from there.
Good play by Long. Put it where no Wildcats were. Stay within one, 23-22. Wildcats lead. Brown and Magruder both check in for the Blue Bears. It'll be Brown back to serve.
Wildcats just need to get this a good pass set and attack.
Good set. Hay on the
Just
attack.
like
There
that.
we go.
And that gives them game point on their serve.
Whew, man, that was a good hit. Out of favor back in for the Wildcats. Kendall Watson back to serve. Set point. And that one's long. Wildcats take the first set, 25-22.
Really good job there by the Wildcats fighting back. They were down 7-2 early and fought back all the way, kind of chipped away at it and drew even 21-all, and then they scored 4 of the last 5 points to win that. I think Coach Phillips will be really happy the way her team responded to a little bit of adversity there. They were able to come back out on top. We'll see what that portends for the rest of this one.
The point that brought them to 24, up by 2, that was well executed. That should give them some momentum coming here in the second set.
Something new this year that has never happened to our Coach Phillips team is she's basically given the keys to the offense to setter Moana Reed. Every season before, Coach Phillips has called the plays from the sideline, but she has so much confidence in Moana and her teammates that she's let Moana call the plays basically as they happen, which takes the Wildcats to a totally different level in their play. It makes them really unpredictable, hard to play defense against. And I think we're seeing that play out here in the early season as the Wildcats off to a 5-1 start and now up 1-0 in this match.
if you're tuning in, subscribe to our channel, turn the notifications on. That way you're aware whenever JWU Athletics is live.
We want to give a special shout out to Sheila Franklin down in Fayetteville. We know she's tuned in tonight on the Wildcat Sports Network. Special shout out to Sheila.
And I told my mom I'd give her a special shout out too. She helped us with some of the audio difficulties we had in the beginning. We got it all figured out. Tammy Turner, if you're out there watching, we appreciate you. Love you, Mom.
We got some new audio equipment working with this year. Still working out the kinks in that. Good to see former athletic director Stephen Bird in the house tonight.
Oh, man, we got a bird spotting. Got a bird spotting in the Wildcat Center.
Big doings. Willie's here. He's dancing, having a good time.
As both teams begin to take the court, they switch sides. Wildcats now will be on the left side of the screen, serving left to right. And Livingstone in the black will be on the right side of your screen, serving right to left. Now on the floor for your Wildcats to begin this second set tonight, Scott. Laneja Felder still staying there. Jamie Hay, Moana Reed, Ty Gonzalez. Felder will be back to serve to begin this second set. Again, Wildcats took the first set 25-22. Livingstone looking to get their rotation right. Same starters out there for Livingstone. We'll go with Norman, Long, Nosey, McGruder, and Brown. Felder serves up. Brown pushes it over. Watson, Reed on the set. Gonzalez. Unable to save it off the net. Gonzalez went for it, but fell to the floor. Livingstone gets the first point here in the second set.
Watson diving on the floor, able to get that ball up. But unfortunately, it was too hard. It goes a long way across the court into the net. No other Wildcat can make a play on it.
The Wildcats point.
That time Gonzalez hits it off the block. Tipped up in the air and fell down to the court before anybody could make a play on it for Livingstone. Livingstone now on the attack. Ball is put away by number 9, Victoria Anozi. Alexis Williams serves the ace. Livingstone goes up 3-1 here early in game number 2. And that one's in the net as Williams serves it. Reed now back to serve. Gets the ball over. Now on the attack. Oh, ball tipped out by Reed off the attack by Rhymes. And over Kendall Watson's head for the point for Livingstone. They're up 4-2.
Long serve is over. Reed sets. And trying not to run into the stand there was Hay. Had no choice but to let that one really fall. So another Livingstone point. Sets it across to Scott on the attack. Dug up there by the Blue Bears. Rhymes on the attack, gets the point. Rhymes has a good swing coming out here tonight.
If I was Livingstone, I'd be targeting her just about every time I could until the Wildcats can figure out a way to stop her.
And there's Hay.
Jamie Hay able to respond on that one to get the side out for the Wildcats.
Haley Franklin back in. And freshman Taylor Walker, number 16, comes in for your Wildcats. She'll replace fellow freshman Felder. Franklin, Furious Franklin that is, back to serve. Brown sets across, it's Long. And just off the hands of Reed, Long gets the point. 7-3 now, Livingstone leads the second set. Nichols back in, she replaces Brown. Number 15, Kiera Acuff, back to serve for the Blue Bears. Watson receives, Reed sets. Scott rises up, blocked. That was Davis, gets the block for Livingstone.
Again, the Wildcats off to a slow start in this game number 2. Let's see if they can rally back as they did in game number 1.
Cuff still back to serve. And Franklin unable to play that one up. Serve landed right in front of her. 9-3, Livingstone leads the Wildcats here, second set. Again, Wildcats took that first set 25-22. Started off sluggish, just about how this set's going. Let's see how this one plays out. Nichols plays it up. Reed receives. And there's Walker. Her first touch lands in. Walker just barely gets it to touch the line there. Just a point for the Wildcats. 9-4 now. Ty Gonzalez checks in. The favor back to serve.
That was a close one. I think if this were tennis, the Livingstone would have called for the Hawkeye replay on that one just to see. Very close on that back line.
And on the attack was Rhymes, hits it into the net. Another Wildcats point. And quick set, nobody there. Wilson Thomas looking for help. Davis a little slow.
Yeah, I don't think the setter and the attackers for Livingstone were on the same page there. The setter put a short ball to the net, and the attackers were nowhere to be found to do anything with it.
So Livingstone timeout. They lead.
Wildcats on a little 3-0 spurt here to trim the lead to 3 at 9-6.
Back out of the timeout. It'll be favor back to serve for the Wildcats. Favor serves up. Again, it caught Norman unexpectedly. Wildcats point. Not really sure how you can't be ready coming out of the timeout for that. Nonetheless, favor gets the point. Look at the double
hit there on the setter. Not the way you want to come out of a timeout, as you said, if you're Livingstone.
So Wildcats still hanging around. This is going just about the way the first set went. Wildcats only down by 1. And here we go, tied up.
That time,
9-9.
Nichols hits it around the antenna out of bounds. And behind the serving of Ion a favor, Wildcats have drawn even at 9. Another free ball here. And they're going to get Reed for a carry on that one, double hit.
Kendall Watson checks back in for the Wildcats. She'll replace Favor. Nosey comes in for Livingstone. She replaces Williams. It'll be Rhymes back to serve. Livingstone leading 10-9 now. Resets. Gonzalez on the attack, tips it over. Davis hits that one just long. What a call.
They've got Taylor Walker in the net on that one. Said she was in the net with her elbow. Coach Phillips, no argument there. I think she had seen it too.
Good save by Reed.
Oh, nice
shot. Oh, no.
It was out of bounds.
That was a close one.
Good hustle there by Scott, just not able to get it back inside the antenna before it goes over the net.
So Rhymes again back to serve. They've now built a 3-point lead. Make it 2 as that serve goes out of bounds. It'll be Scott back to serve now for the Wildcats. Waiting for Rhymes to tie her shoe. Short stoppage of play. There we go. That one just over the net. Got the fortunate bounce on that one. Good play by Reed, but into the net.
Reed tried to play the second ball over, and she got caught up in the net doing so. A good idea on her part.
Norman back in. She'll be back to serve. 13-10, Livingstone leads the Wildcats here. Second set, pops that serve over. Reed sets, Taylor and Gonzalez both there. Gonzalez gets it. And that one out of bounds off the hands of a nosy. Back to 2, Jamie Hay and Lanesia Felder come back in for the Wildcats. Felder back to serve.
We had somebody spill a little bit of water there over by in front of the Wildcat bench. Coach Phillips taking matters in her own hands.
Referee trying to get the towel situated right, and I think she got it. There we go, Felder back to serve. Just over off the hands of Norman.
Really good serve there by Felder, just over the top of the net. Kind of in between two Blue Bear players, both width and depth. Really nothing they could do with that one.
And Nichols right in front of her teammate Norman. Good hit there by Nosey.
Blue Bear players seem really comfortable hitting over here on the
Duke Energy building.
left-hand side, the opposite side.
It's easy to kind of make reference points on the floor now with these buildings. You kind of point them out to you. You see the Bank of America building. The Wildcats get the point there. Moana Reed was standing on that Bank of America building when she made that hit. Keeps it within 1 for the Wildcats. Watson back to serve now. And that one out of bounds. Ties it up, 14 all.
A little too much on that one by Acuff, one of the few returning players for the Blue Bears.
That one off the block, good save by Reed. Hay looking to put it back, gets the point.
Great job there by the Wildcats. I think that point may be big for a couple reasons. A, gives the Wildcats their first lead, and there's a real momentum shift there, I think, that could happen with the way that point played out.
A cuff on the attack, just
good
wide.
placement there.
Oh, called in.
Yeah, I think that one did
Right in
hit the
front of
line.
Coach Phillips. No argument again by Coach Phillips. Saw it right in front of her.
Line judge extraordinaire Dallas Lee all right on top of things over there.
Williams back to serve for Livingstone. Tied 15-all here, second set. Watson will play it over, just over the net, falls to the floor, gets the point.
That ball hit Asia Long on her way down, and that momentum just kind of killed anything the ball had and just fell right in front of all the Blue Bear players for the point.
Moana Reed with the serve. And again, nice play by Norman, and nobody there to save her. Another Wildcats point. They go up by 2 now. And Reed. Oh, savvy move by Reed.
Reed hit both the net cord and the line on that serve.
Oh, man, I don't think he could have hit it any better than that. Wildcats up 18-15. Livingstone timeout.
And again, Coach Shannon Allen knows she can't take her timeouts home with her, so she'll spend her second one of this game, or fourth of the match, as her team now down by 3, 18-15, as the Wildcats have kind of taken control here of game number 2, much as they did in game number 1. Once again, remind you that we'll be back on the air Thursday night, 7 o'clock, or 6:55 airtime for 7 o'clock first serve for Wildcat Volleyball against Benedict College. The Tigers, the D2 team from Columbia, South Carolina, making their first trip up to the Wildcat Center.
Both teams take the floor. Nice, Scott, you see over there trying to wipe up a little slick spot on the corner.
Much like a free throw line, everyone stands there and gets sweat on the free throw line. That's where the team stands for timeout, and everybody just kind of sweats right there. So good job by Tanaya to be aware of that and get it mopped up so
Coming
no
out
one
of
gets hurt.
timeout, Reed back to serve, gets it over. Norman plays it. Brown short set, blocked by Scott.
Scott, the stone wall there at the net.
Scott was hype on that one. Turned right around, knew she got the block and was going to get the point.
Scott doing it all. She's mopping the court. She's making the block.
High set for a cuff. Wildcats able to play it. There's Hay. Oh, hit the line, Judge. No, that one's out. I know I would not want to be a line judge in that corner there. Whew. See that Hay ball coming right at you? Scott nearly got it. Favor dove as well, but Livingston gets the point.
Livingstone got a benefit of one there that kind of hit the tape and rolled over. Pulls them within 2, 19-17.
Reed sets Hay again and miss hit there. There we go. Now it's in 1, 19-18. Short set, Watson comes up to play it. Across to Scott, gets it down! Woohoo, Scott putting the team on
it
her
right
back this
now.
set.
2018 Wildcats up on the monster kill by Tanaya Scott.
Furious Franklin and Taylor Walker back in the game for the Wildcats. Franklin back to serve. Wildcats up 20-18, second set. Franklin in favor both there. Scott mishit.
Scott mistimed her jump a little bit. Lost where she was on the court. Almost pulled off a spectacular play.
She would have had that. She would have caught every Livingstone player off guard on that one. Watson receives. Reed short set. Scott again gets it down.
Reed knows how to feed the hot hand.
Ty Gonzalez back in.
Scott's paying it off. gets Ayanna Favor back to serve.
Blocked by Scott. Oh, man.
Scott's a one-woman wrecking crew right now.
It's the Scott show out here right now. He's passed 6 points, man. Scott's had a hand in it all here. There again, Scott off the hands.
Kill. 23-19, Wildcats 2 points away.
Favor again, back to serve. Gets it over, off the hands of Norman, out. Here we go, set point coming up.
I believe it was Favor that served the last few points of game number 1 as well when the Wildcats prevailed in that one. Match point here, or game point here, 24-19.
Just over the net, Norman receives. Reed sets, there's Gonzalez block. Scott unable to get that one up properly. Ref's gonna call
4 hits. They're gonna say that the ball ricocheted off the net and not a Livingstone player. So I'll give it back to Livingstone, 24-20. The Wildcats just need to get this ball back down for the side out in the game point.
There's Walker. Wow, what a save there by the Blue Bears. Wildcats scrambling, unable to get it out.
Good hustle there, 24-21. Wildcats still up by 3. Got an errant ball.
Rhymes back to serve. Watson receives. Reed sets. Gonzalez on the attack. Off the block. Norman keeps alive, but nobody there for Livingstone. Wildcats will take this second set 25-21.
Norman misplayed there on the ball. Hit it right into the net and it fell to the court harmlessly. So the Wildcats now have come from behind in each of the first 2 games to take a 2-0 lead, 25-21 to score there, as we will head to the game number 3 here in just about 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Man, how was tonight, Scott, in that set? I mean, that was unbelievable.
If there was in the zone, that was in the zone right there.
That was in the zone.
She's taking a well-deserved seat on the bench right now. While we have a couple minutes, we'll get you up to date on the other Wildcat fall sports. Men's soccer is off to a 2-0 start this season. They defeated Regent of Virginia 2-1 back on August the 26th, and then they traveled up to the DC metro area and beat Washington Adventist 2-0 last Thursday. Wildcats women's soccer team is 1-1 on the regular season. They beat Regent 5-3 back on August 26th, and then they fell 2-1 to Washington Adventist up in Tacoma Park, Maryland last Thursday. Again, Wildcat women's volleyball team or women's soccer team in action home on Sunday as they host the Monarchs of Methodist College out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And volleyball, after their home game on Thursday, they head to Raleigh to take part in the Wake Tech tournament this weekend. They'll play 4 matches in 2 days as part of that. So plenty of volleyball action this week for the Wildcats. We talked about Division II volleyball in the UCAA this year. It's new. The UCAA has made the decision to split volleyball into 2 divisions, much like basketball has been. The Wildcats, a Division II team. And so if the Wildcats are able to continue this hot start and they're good play, they'll be in line possibly to take a bid to the national tournament in volleyball for the first time in a Division II capacity. The difference between Division I and Division II in the UCAA is Division I teams are either dual affiliated, meaning they're a USCAA member and an NCAA member, NAIA member, or they provide athletic aid. So being a Division II very much levels the playing field for the Wildcats with some of the other teams they may face off against.
All right, both teams begin to take the floor. Again, they switch sides. Wildcats now back on the right side of the screen. They'll be serving right to left. Livingstone on the left side of the screen, serving left to right. Wildcats in white, Livingstone in black. Again, Wildcats took the first set 25-22, then came right back, took the second set 25-21. Again, tonight, Sky, we'll see if she can continue her being in the zone here in this third set. She stays out on the floor for the Wildcats, along with Lenasia Felder, Kendall Watson, Jamie Hay, Moana Reed, and Ty Gonzalez. It'll be Livingstone with the first serve of this third set. Rebecca Brown gets the serve. Out on the floor along with Norman, Rhymes, Long, and a cuff. Reed sets, there's Gonzalez on the attack. Dug up by Brown. Sends it across to Long, that one blocked, poked back over by Gonzalez. Still in play, Livingstone with it. Tips it over, Reed's there. Watson comes up from way back, plays that one up. Got a good rally going here. That one, ooh, just in line. Long with the kill.
Good job by both teams there. The rally is going back and forth. Wildcats are doing a great job of covering for the two blockers they were sending to the net. Livingstone doing a good job of hustling just to keep the ball alive.
So in every set, Livingstone has got the first point. Felder plays that one up. They're going to get Moana Reed in the net.
They say she hit it with her shoulder.
So quick 2 points there for Livingstone.
I do like these officials. They actually tell you what part of it was in the net.
Hay plays that one up. Reed sets. Gonzalez has no choice but to get it over. There's a nosy. Scott plays it up. Wildcats with it. Gonzalez again. Cross court off the hands of a nosy. Wildcats point.
Good job there. Gonzalez getting the kill. Sometimes you don't have to hit the ball hard to be effective.
Oh, she slipped over there on the side right to the bench. Careful now. Oh, she's still slipping. All right. Nobody saw that. She's laughing it off with assistant coach Markeisha Claiborne. Favor rises up. That one blocked. Gets it back over. Wow, the athleticism from Favor. That one out.
Good job there by Moana Reed. After Favor able to tip it the first time, Reed kept it alive, and it was almost a perfect set right back to Favor. Wildcats able to benefit when Livingstone hits it out of bounds. Tied at 2-2.
Watson serves over. Norman receives. Brown sets it high for a cuff. That one blocked. Livingstone has it. That one pushed over. There's Scott. Reed sets. Favor again rises up. Gets the point. Watson back to serve again. Middle of the floor. This hit there. This hit by Nosy.
Nosy went to back up to get ready to attack, and then all of a sudden the ball was coming to her direction, and she had to shift gears real quickly and wasn't able to do it.
Nosy off the double block out of bounds, gets the points for Livingstone.
That time Nosy able to get a good set and put a good swing on that one. Wildcats blocked it out of bounds. Kill for Nosy and the Blue Bears.
Williams comes in. Gives a Nosy a breather. Williams back to serve. Wildcats lead this third set 4-3, leading this match 2-0. Scott plays it over in the corner. Popped high in the sky by Williams. Livingstone able to play it over. Hay has to maneuver to get that one over. She does. Reed's going to have to play that one. Off the hands of Norman, out of bounds. Wildcats point.
More celebrities in the building. Charlotte Campus President Dr. Tarun Malik here tonight, taking in the festivities.
Look at there, right with the Stephen Bird. Nearly misplayed. Brown nearly ran into her own teammate there. Nevertheless, they get it over. Wildcats with it now. Favor on the attack. Rhymes blocked by Hay.
Little disheveled attack there by Livingstone. They could never get the ball, the second ball into their setter to get a good pass to set up an attack. They're always in scramble mode that entire rally.
Short set for Long. That one right at Favor. Couldn't handle it out of bounds. Livingstone point.
Good job by Long putting that one away. Brings the Blue Bears within 2 at 6-4.
Serve is up. Scott receives. All the way across to Hay. Tips it all the way in the back. Livingstone with it now. It's Rhymes. Favor again on the attack. High in the sky. Off the wall. Heads up. Wildcats point. Haley Franklin and Taylor Walker come back in for the Wildcats. Franklin back to serve. Franklin serves up. All the way to back row. Norman gets it. Rhymes plays it over. There's Scott. Favor again. Block. Wildcats get it back. Walker on the attack. Not there. Livingstone still with it. Rhymes mishit there right into the net. Wildcats point. They lead 8-4 here, third set. Furious Franklin back to serve again. There's a cuff. That one just out of bounds. 9-4 Wildcats lead.
Wildcats settled into a nice rhythm here in this third game.
Short set for Davis. Watson. Oh, Reed nearly got that one. Trying to get right over Watson to it, but falls to the floor. Livingstone point. McGruder comes back in for Livingstone. It'll be a cuff back to serve. Watson receives, Reed sets, short. Whoa, there's Scott again.
Great little short set there by Reed. And Scott was ready to hammer that thing down.
Yeah, I couldn't even finish my sentence. I knew Scott was just going to kill it. Favor with the serve. Just over the head of Norman. Another point. Wildcats extend the lead to 6 quietly.
Just the largest lead they've had in any game.
Feels like it's a close game, but Wildcats leading this one by 6. You never know what could happen. Livingstone play it right. They could come back easily. Wildcats have done it twice in each set so far. They play it over.
Well, Wildcats got lucky there. Little miscommunication between Gonzalez and Walker. Gonzalez at the very last second got a hand on it, just kind of rolled it over the net right into an empty spot on the floor.
A lot of stray balls out there on the court. Favor again, serves it over. And
knuckleball by Favor, just right in the coffin corner. Nothing the Blue Bears could do about that one. But that would have made Tim Wakefield proud right there.
Wildcats up big, 13-5, third set. Can they close it out? And misplayed again. Favor serving up some good serves there. We're going to get a timeout by head coach Shannon Allen for Livingstone. The Wildcats lead it 14-5.
But it sorely need a timeout there for the Blue Bears. Head coach Allen employing our team. You got to talk, communicate. That's been their big problem so far here in this third game. A lot of you got it, I don't have it, who's got it, looks and shrugging shoulders and that kind of stuff. Again, this is the first match of the season for the Blue Bears, where the Wildcats playing match number 7. And, they say a lot of times that a team improves from the first match to the second the most all season.
Yeah, you take away those mistakes in the first set. Livingstone could have easily had that one. And then Scott had an unbelievable second set, but there were points in that second set where it could have went Livingstone's way. So first game, they're hanging right in there. Definitely a quality team. No one to sleep on. They're down 2-0 here.
I saw where they were picked 11th, I believe, in the CIAA preseason polls.
Coming out of that Livingstone timeout. Favors still back to serve for the Wildcats. Leading 14-5, short serve. Livingstone scrambling again. A cuff gets it over.
Yeah, that's going to be a double hit on Reed. Anytime a ball has funny spin like that coming off the fingers, it's an automatic call there.
So Livingstone gets it back. It'll be Rhymes back to serve. Nosey back in. Reed from her knees gets that one, or Gonzalez pushes it just out of bounds. Back-to-back points for the Blue Bears.
Back within a touchdown, a 14-7.
Oh man, I'm ready for NFL, Chuck. Woo. Scott again. Oh man. Oh, Scott is feeling it this game.
Right over the top of Wilson Thomas's head. Nothing she could do about it. We got a sub. Tayana Easton going to make her first appearance of the match to go in to serve. I think they had to get Tania Scott out of the game. She was just too hot. She could have set the building on fire.
I wouldn't joke about fires, Chuck. It's been a wild summer here at the Wildcat Center. Easton gets that one over. High set for a nosy. Good play there by Watson. Keeps it alive for the Wildcats. Plays it over. Just out of bounds. And Livingstone point. Tania Scott quickly back in the game for Easton. Good serve there by Tiana. Norman back to serve for the Blue Bears. Franklin receives. Reed sets. Gonzalez on the attack. Blocked at the net by Long.
Gonzalez able to put it away off that block.
Livingstone.
Or no, they're going to tell you it was off. The ball, I thought the ball came down on Livingstone's side.
Reed sets. There's Walker. Right off the hands. Walker again gets it in the corner.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yep.
Second time to charge for Walker. She hit it just off the baseline there.
Jamie Hay and Lanesha Felder back in. Felder back to serve for the Wildcats. They lead 16-9, third set. Send it across to Nosey. Off the hands of Watson. Felder there. Center fielder plays it up.
Again, Scott keeping that ball alive, getting a hand on it.
Blocked at the net by Hay. Good rally going here. There's Gonzalez off the block. Falls to the floor. Wildcats point.
That time Gonzalez able to hit it off the block and down on the Blue Bear side of the court. 17-9, Wildcats ahead.
Nearly got that one on the ground. Rolls on the tape. Got to play it over. Blue Bears do. Short set. Gonzalez tips it over. Livingstone has it now. Good play by Reed. They're going to call her with the double, though. So Livingstone point, 17-10 now as Brown and McGruder check back in. Brown back to serve for the Blue Bears. Gonzalez rises up. Brown right there. Reed sets across. Hay winds one up down the line. They're going to call it out of bounds.
No, that was good.
Who was in the net? Was Scott in the net? What did they call? Or was it?
I think they did call in the net.
I think they
the
call
on the line judge was
yeah.
good.
They call either tie or Moana. Somebody was in the net, but Hay winds one up again. That time blocked down on the floor. Livingstone crawling back slowly. 17-12 now, only a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Third set. Gonzalez plays it right to the net. Just like that, Livingstone said not out of it. They're right in this one, only down by 4. Short serve there, Scott comes up for it. Reed sets across to Hay, tips it over. Brown's there. Nobody there in the corner. Watson trying to get to it, couldn't get there. Good play by Brown.
Was that Brown or Rhymes that set that one over? Regardless, it was a good play by Livingstone.
It was Rhymes, yep.
To hit that one on the second ball and get it over there right in the coffin corner before Watson get to it. Coach Phillips is going to burn her first time out of the game as the Wildcat lead has been trimmed to 3 at 17-14. The Wildcats just need to kind of settle back down and, get back to bump, set, spike. Kind of stop this run by Livingstone. They'll be in good shape. Need 8 points to finish this one out. Coach Phillips being really positive with the team in the timeout, as you would expect.
So out of that timeout, Livingstone gets to serve. It's Brown back there. Wildcats leading 17-14. Brown serves over. Felder receives. Reed sets it for Gonzalez. Plays it up. Brown falls into the net. Kind of knocked the teammate a cuff.
A cuff had to play that ball right at the net, and then she had to really know where to go, and Brown had too much momentum and tripped over a cuff and fell right into the net.
Anna Favor checks back in for the Wildcats. Watson serves. Brown sets. There's Rhymes. Favor rises up right at Brown. Livingstone able to keep it alive. Norman right into the net. 19-14 now, Wildcats lead. Here the misplay by Norman, good save by Brown. Felder plays it up, Reed sets. Hay tips it over, Livingstone there, right at the net again is Brown. Favor on the attack, gets the point.
Job there by Favor, able to put it away off the hands of a Blue Bear player. 20-14, Wildcats back up by 6. They scored 3 in a row after Livingstone had trimmed the lead to 3.
Quick set for Hay. Good dig there by Norman. Across to Amnesia. Off the block out of bounds. Livingstone point. Keeps it within 5 for the Blue Bears.
Good swing there by Nosey. She was able to play that one.
Williams back in for Livingstone. She'll be up to serve. That one, good eye by Watson, lets that one go out of bounds. Easy Wildcat point.
21-15.
Moana Reed now back to serve for the Wildcats. Short set for Rhymes. That one blocked by Scott out of bounds. Livingstone point.
Boy, Scott upset with herself. She almost got that one too. Just right off the side of her hand and out of bounds.
Long back to serve. Felder receives. Hayes hit and blocked out of bounds. Wildcats point.
Well, Hay being left-handed swinging off that right side is just a weird thing for the blockers to see. It's tough for them to keep that ball in bounds. That's happened there.
Taylor Walker and Haley Franklin back in for the Wildcats. Haley Franklin back to serve. Wildcats leading 22-16. There's Rhymes blocked at the net by Scott. Easy block there.
2 points away now. Wrapping this one up.
Franklin again, same spot. Looking to feed a cuff. Wildcats keep it. They'll get the double on Walker there. So still 2 points away for the Wildcats, 23-17. McRuder and Wilson Thomas come in for the Blue Bears. It'll be Wilson Thomas back to serve. Watson receives. Sets to Walker. Walked at the net, falls to the floor. Wildcats point.
Well, there's 3 Blue Bears all together. I'm not sure what they were trying to accomplish with that one.
Ty Gonzalez checks in the game. She'll replace Watson. Got a match point here as Favors back to serve. Set to Davis. That one out of bounds.
That'll do it.
Yep. So Wildcats get the sweep. First set taking that one 25-22. Took the second set 25-21. And here in the third set win 25-17. And that'll do it. We will be back on the air Thursday, same time. Check us out. Be sure to set your notifications. Follow us on YouTube. That way you know when we are live. We'll be back here Thursday night. It's been your voice of the Wildcats, Kelly Turner, my broadcasting host, Christopher Charles, signing off. Have a good night, guys.